Hey, I just wanted to go over some parts of the cutback plan that might make a little more sense to some of you. We have all these diet plans out there, and most of us have tried every single one of them. And some of us, it works for you. And then some of us, it works until we go off of it, and it doesn't work anymore. And that's because it's not something that you can do for the rest of your life. They say you have to make lifestyle changes, and you have to do something that you can do for the rest of your life. And when you find yourself restricting calories and you're having a binge day where you are eating a gallon of ice cream, a bucket of chicken, a whole pizza by yourself, okay, you need to tweak some stuff. Your body is craving these things for a reason. And the reason it's craving these things is because your body's not getting some sort of nutrient that it needs. So that's why sometimes it's easier to wrap your head around taking different pieces of what worked on different plans for you. Something that you actually could follow through and do for the rest of your life. For me, doing that equation, the total carbs minus the fiber, and that's the carbs. That's the carbs and the sugar, everything that will break down to sugar. And that's going to be your serving size. The Cheez-Its, not the reduced fat, the regular kind, the Cheez-Its, you can eat like 25 of those little things. That's the serving size. There's also 18 grams of carbs in it. So if you're trying to keep it around 12 grams, then, eat half that. Eat 12 of those Cheez-Its. And I know you're thinking, that's not anything. Wow, but if you throw in, if you throw in some nuts with that, and you throw in, a small little cube of cheese, or even a slice of cheese, because you can get those slices, and a pickle, okay? So you got a good snack. It's pretty well-rounded. You're not hungry. So think of it like that you want to try to pick and choose
turn left to stay on North Carolina 8 North.
What will work best for you. So if the no carb, no sugar thing, you can rock that, rock it.
Turn left to stay on North
But
Carolina
also
8 North.
remember that when you are doing no carbs and no sugar, that you probably need to eat
Continue on North Carolina 8 North for 3/4 of a mile.
the vegetables that are higher in carbs. It's still carbs. Your body needs carbs, y'all. No carbs is not good for you. That's why that plan's been tweaked a million times. A million times. Because you need to break in exercise. And they told us so many different things. Don't eat eggs. It's full of cholesterol. Make sure you eat your eggs. They're good for you.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Brookfield Road.
Then it's, make sure that you're eating no fat. Then it breaks down to, you do need to have some fats in there. So make sure it's the healthier fats. Okay.
Turn right onto Brookfield Road.
Then you have plans that are, oh no, you can eat whatever fat you want to. It is so confusing. That's why we don't know what the Sam Hill's going on half the time. We're gaining weight, losing weight.
Brookfield Road for 4 miles.
America's at the highest obesity rates probably ever been in the world. And that's where you just need to really think about it for a minute. I'm killing myself for an industry that is doing nothing but making money off me. I'm going in here and I'm buying all this special food when I could just simply buy real food. Real food. Alright? And then you've got these certain things that you crave and you want so bad, and they're your guilty pleasures. Why are they guilty? Why do they make you guilty? They bring you pleasure and you're happy. Why are you guilty eating them? Because we've been told they're wrong. But they make you happy. And you eating that one candy bar, or that half of candy bar, or that bite of cake, or a handful of chips is not going to kill you. It's when you eat the whole bag of chips, or you eat 3 king-size candy bars in a row, or you eat a gallon of ice cream or a whole pizza. It's when we binge and binge and binge because we're starving ourselves. Our vitamin deficiencies are horrible because we're doing this to ourselves. Our metabolisms are horrible because we're doing it to ourselves to fit into some notion that somebody has in their head that we have to look a certain way. Your wrinkles, they came from you laughing. They came from your pain and your tears, and your wrinkles are okay. And you know, the little whatever it is under your bum that showed up as you got older. Well, it sucks, but you've lived your life. And you can work your ass off and still have that little bum under your butt. And most of us cannot afford plastic surgery, y'all. Come on. You gotta love yourself enough to know that you're enough and that you're perfect. And if anybody don't like to look at you, turn your fucking head. But as far as making sure your health is okay, tweak it. You know, when you go get your physical, you start feeling bad, well, change up some things. You know, you notice that your cholesterol's high. Alright, well, let's switch it from regular sausage to turkey sausage. Like, there are all kinds of ways to change it up. And you're still eating and enjoying life and not feeling like you are the worst case scenario, because there's always somebody worse than you. There's always going to be somebody bigger. There's always going to be somebody who's got worse health than you. But that's not you. And there's a lot of people that would be so devastated that you weren't around because you didn't take your health seriously enough. Because you love that ho-ho too much. Whichever form of ho-ho that you talk about. So, love yourself. Be careful. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But then in a way, you're perfect to somebody. And there's somebody who wouldn't change a thing about you. But the biggest person is yourself. Remember, we all make mistakes. We all fuck up. But is it really a mistake? Is it a fuck up?
In a quarter mile, slight right to stay on Brookfield Road.
Or is tomorrow another day? Alright, I'll make this a little shorter than I have been, just to make it easier to watch. When I get back on here, I'm going to talk about a few food choices that you can, tweak up that will make a world difference as well. So, I'll talk to you later.